Moon Knight premiered on Disney Plus on March 30th, 2022 and concluded its season on May the 4th of the same year, meaning we've not been able to watch anything new revolving around Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight in over 3 years, nearly 4.
Calm down, Mark.
Like many people, I was a massive fan of the first season. With it being a new Marvel superhero to appear in live action, I remember being obsessed with the trailer prior to its release. And already having been a really massive fan of Oscar Isaacs, I was really excited to see what Moon Knight was all about. Episode 1 had me hooked. It played around with the unknown that was Stephen Grant, following his confusing but ultimately sad life.
What do you mean? I'm at the restaurant. The steak is steak time.
It feels like Oscar Isaac really gives his everything in this role. Not saying that he doesn't in other roles, but when I think of his best, I genuinely think this is a top contender.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
You what?
The end to episode 1 left me wanting more as we finally see Mark Spector take control of the body and release Moon Knight onto a demon, brutally but quite epically killing it. Throughout the earlier episodes, we see flashes of what Mark Spector is capable of, using the Egyptian moon god Khonshu's powers acting as his avatar. As a whole, I think these earlier episodes of Moon Knight were received well by fans, and that hype definitely carried through to the end of the season, where Moon Knight had a whole new set of fans, not just ones from the comics.
Attention, comic book aficionados!
Which brings me quite nicely onto the question of why Marvel haven't done anything big with the live action Moon Knight since. I know they've just included a Blade Moon Knight variant in the latest Marvel Zombie series, which again was a big standout for many people. And I also understand that an actor's availability is a big factor. Oscar Isaac has expressed a desire to move away from large franchise commitments, recently stating that he is currently not open to doing any new Disney project, which just sucks. But when you look at Moon Knight as a whole, it does make you wonder why he isn't maybe as popular as the likes of Batman, for example. I mean, I might be punching here, and Moon Knight can be viewed as a knockoff, but I mean, look at this. It's so cool. With Marvel's lust to make everything a multiverse, Moon Knight's standalone narrative was unlike anything Marvel was bringing out around this time, with them almost being solely focused on building up this Marvel multiverse. This shift and focus on a character's trauma and identity was a real breath of fresh air. Now, on to the bad. Some criticisms of the show at the time, by die-hard fans at least, were that it didn't balance its darker areas of the show well enough, opting to lighten it with humour.
What? I did it! You got planted!
From someone who didn't read the comics and am only judging it in comparison to other Marvel shows, I thought Moon Knight's dark and gritty tone worked well here, with some silly elements thrown over the top as well.
Hippopotamus. Hippopotamus.
I think with these Marvel TV shows, it's really hard to please everyone. Some people need crossovers with other films or characters in order for new characters to feel relevant in the ever-growing MCU timeline, and sometimes, unfortunately, that is all it comes down to. Marvel has built up such a large universe where when something comes along and it's new and a more of a self-contained story, it can be overlooked for not being connected. I think the same thing happened with Marvel's Werewolf by Night, which was released the same year, which was well received and rightly so. I thought it was great, but have they done anything with it since? No, and to me that's really disappointing. 2022 for Marvel as a whole was quite dark, especially when adding Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness into the mix, directed by Sam Raimi, which unfortunately didn't deliver on its hype. But we will save that rant for another video. And I'm going to end on the question of, will we see Moon Knight in the future? I truly hope so. Obviously, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you next time. Thanks.